Hello everybody and welcome to episode 5 of Supe on Sonic Mania. Now you may notice something a little bit different about the audio quality of this episode, and that is because I recorded episodes 5 and 6 all without having my microphone enabled on my recording software. So I'm coming back in later and commenting over what I've already recorded. So it's taking me double the time, and I will have half of the genuine reaction. So if you can find a better deal than that anywhere else, you can take that to the bank. So one of the things I talked about in my initial playthrough was how I really liked Press Garden. It's the second, I believe, original zone in Sonic Mania that you come across if you're doing a normal playthrough, and it's really cool. I love Press Garden. I love the aesthetic of it, I love the idea behind it, I love the music, and I also really like the level design. It took a lot of what I didn't love about like Studiopolis, which was just the automated sections, and it completely gives me exactly what I was looking for. So that's indeed one of the things that I love about Sonic Mania, is the huge amount of variety. So the more and more I played it, the more and more I realized that Act 1, especially, of Studiopolis, or Act 2, I don't remember which one it was, but one of the acts had a lot more automation than the other. And I was like, oh, okay, they put that in for people that enjoy that type of level. Like, they're perfectly capable of designing really good, tight levels that don't have a lot of automated sections, but they put that in there, I feel, specifically just for people who like that kind of gameplay, or just so that you could get a little bit of a break. So I do love the variety. Every time things get a little bit stale, you get like a cool, unique boss fight, or you get something like the Puyo Puyo Dr. Robotnik Mean Bean Machine level, or flying in Mirage Saloon, or any number of cool little things. So I love the variety, and I love Press Garden Zone. Initially, I actually thought it was a level from Sonic CD, because I've never played Sonic CD and it looked very CD-esque to me. I was like, whoa, cool, Press Garden, I think I've heard of that, yeah. It's that one level from Sonic CD, but no, it's original. I'll talk more about Sonic CD in the next episode. But, so yeah, Press Garden Zone. Another thing I really love about it is that it's just such a good idea for a level, you know? I feel like creatively, video games, when it comes to like level themes and platformers, they've really kind of dried up, and I think it's because they're under the impression that they've used everything that they can use. They're like, well, we've already done desert, we've already done winter, we've already done the sky level and the grass level and all that, there's nothing left. But like, there is. And this game was just like, oh yeah, I mean, I guess all those normal levels have been used up, let's freaking, I don't know, let's make one out of movies and stuff around like movie theaters. Let's do that. And oh, like a printing press, that's something. We can make a level out of that. And they did, and they look really, really great. So I really applaud Mania for that. That's something that has been sorely lacking in Sonic games for a long time, is just like some new level ideas. And Sonic Lost World was the worst when it came to trying to, like, it ripped off itself, like its own series of games, and it ripped off Mario, and just the most uncreative levels. But the levels in this game are fantastic, creatively. So I like the enemies in this one too. I like these little crab fellows, A, because the animation is just really cool, and then B, because, I don't know. I don't know, okay? Just let me like them. It's fine if I can like them. Gosh. Something I didn't realize when I first played the game was what these letters were for. I was like, what are these random baby letters? Like, is this like a level about babies or something? But it's like a press. It's a printing press, you know? You can see all the stuff being printed in the background, and it's got all the presses everywhere. And those letters are like from, you know, like an old printing press that you would use to make newspapers or books or whatnot back in ye olde days. One thing I actually love about recording when the episode's not live is that I get to pause and blow my nose if I want to, because I'm having a really bad day with my allergies. So, yeah, that's fun. I just had a nice old pause and blew my nose really hard and I didn't just have to choke through all the snot to finish the episode like I normally do. So that was fantastic. I'll probably be doing many more of those, and you won't know about them because I will edit them out, so that's pretty neat. What to talk about for Press Garden? It's really cool. It's really good. I like it a lot. Let's see. This is one of those sections where I would get stuck quite frequently in Sonic Mania and just kind of loop myself around. I got out of it though. I think we're actually nearing the boss. Yes, we are. So this boss right here was pretty cool. It was one of the easier ones to figure out for me. I initially thought that it had to do with the different types of boxes. So we have the more bluish grayish ones, then we have the green ones and the yellow ones, and then we have like the damaged ones. So I thought it would have to do with like having him pick up a certain type of box, but as far as I can tell it doesn't. It's just attacking him whenever his arm goes away. So I don't know. I thought some of the bosses, some of the mini bosses could have been a little bit stronger. This would be one of the ones that I would consider. It just doesn't really do a whole lot, or it's not super memorable. But yeah, that's just a small criticism. It's still fun. Now the actual boss of this zone, I'm trying to remember what it is. I think he's a little bit harder. And there we go, that was that. He is all done for. And I sit here and I wait and I look up and I expect the goalpost to hit down on me, but it doesn't. So that was funny. Man, I sure wish I remembered what I talked about during the actual episode. Holy cow. When you're not living it in person, it's hard to come up with things to talk about. Oh yeah. So Act 2 I really enjoyed. It kind of opens up a little bit. It's got a lot of cool gimmicks, like this ice gimmick. So things can be frozen in ice, and you can be frozen in ice, and you can usually use that to your advantage. Sometimes it's to your disadvantage. But you got to be careful. You don't want to break all the ice because some of the ice has bad things in it. Some of it will have spikes or yeah, spikes from what I can remember. But yeah, and then what was cool about this playthrough for me was that this route that I took was completely different from what I played the first time. I encountered enemies, I encountered gimmicks, I encountered sections that I just had never seen before. And I was like, wow, this is so cool. So I don't know what I was thinking there. That's pretty dumb of me. I do a lot of dumb things in this game, in case you hadn't noticed. But yeah, another thing that I appreciate is that even within acts, or even within zones, the acts are so identifiable. Like, you would not mistake this for Act 1, because it's just so different. Oh, that was BS. That made me mad just looking at it. I was screaming and hollering for a while about it in the actual playthrough. It just came out of nowhere. Like, I've never seen that icicle do that before, and I've never seen it do it again. Like, it doesn't happen again in this playthrough. But it just came out of nowhere and just slammed me against the wall and took away my life. Ugh, crap like that really, really makes me mad. It's so cheap. So, yeah. Be a minor criticism is that this game is just a little bit cheap sometimes. So here we are, getting some rings, getting some power-ups. Oh yeah, and then Tails decided to fly me multiple times right there. Not earlier when I wanted him to. Too fast, guys. Holy cow. So I don't know if I mentioned it or not, but I quite like the ice gimmick. It's really fun. There we got that dragonfly. Oh yeah, so we have a part here that's a little bit reminiscent of, I think it was Sonic 3. It was either Sonic 3 or Sonic and Knuckles. Or I can just be safe and say it was Sonic 3 and Knuckles. Is there a possibility it was Sonic 2? Gosh dang it. Well, there was that one section where the boss would shoot things into the wall and you had to climb on them. I feel like that's a little throwback to that, which is nice. I have some difficulty with this section, even though it's pretty straightforward. I get hit and sent to the bottom quite a number of times. Now, one thing I'm not sure of is, you know how a minute ago I was picked up by Tails? I'm not sure if there's a way to activate that on purpose, because there were a couple times in the game where he did it to me. There was like twice in my first playthrough, and then I think in this zone was the only time it's happened in my recorded playthrough. But yeah, if there's a way to do it, that'd be interesting, because you could use it to your advantage. I suppose if you have a second player, you can get it right off the bat. Anyway, on to the boss. This is Green Hard-Boiled Heavy. I don't know their names, and honestly, I only know they're called Hard-Boiled Heavies from, like, the internet. Although it may say it on the box, I'm not sure. But, yeah, so he freezes you quite often, and I think I actually die in this, this try right here. But yeah, so he freezes you with his little scythe type thing, and honestly, you're pretty safe sticking in the ice compared to outside, because he drops a lot of bombs, and those bombs explode, and the explosion hurts you, but then also the little things that come off of it hurt you, and it's just a mess. It's very chaotic, it's very hectic. The way to beat him is to, when he's jumping, to intercept his... Oh, okay, I see what happened now. So, in my initial run-through, I was really mad because I thought I had intercepted his jump and knocked him off balance, but one of the little nuggets from the bomb hit me. I see that now. So that was fair. That makes me a lot less mad. So yeah, you hit him from the bottom, as I'm about to not do. Still. Fighting to keep my ring. But yeah, you knock him off balance, and then you have a couple moments to attack. And I think you can only hit him once. I thought it made the sound of hitting him whenever I got him, but it didn't display any kind of animation. So I'm pretty sure you can just hit him once. So in that way, he's one of the longer bosses, because he has such a small window of vulnerability. But I quite liked it. I quite liked figuring it out. Oh gosh, do I die here too? Wow. I died twice on him. That is embarrassing. I should edit that out. Oh yeah, and then I decided to go farm for rings because I wanted more. And then I immediately lost them all. And also the farming didn't work so well because I just got shot back instantly. And then on this try, I think I do beat him, from what I remember. Wow, since I'm not playing, I'm just kind of paying attention to the background. This level is so beautiful. It's just like in a winter forest. You've got like flower petals on the ground, little candlelight in the back. I don't know what those are. There's like little shrines or something. Anyway, beautiful level. I like Press Garden a lot. I would maybe even go as far as to say it's my favorite level in the game. How about that? And he is just walloping me here. He's not giving me any room. I think I decided to try and hide inside the ice, but that didn't work. So then I had to man up and come fight him. Alright, so we got him. Perfect. And then up next, the reason for the season. What am I doing? Why not just jump on it? Just jump on it, man. So up next, the reason for the season is Sonic. Wait, what am I saying? What am I literally saying? Up next is Stardust Speedway with Metal Sonic. So that's fun. Mr. Eggman here uses his little gem and he sends us to it. And then yeah, we're in Stardust Speedway. So thanks for watching, everybody. Only one more episode like this, and I'll catch you next time.